we're gonna continue drilling some of those triangle setups. I'm gonna use, I'll use Ben. The new folks over here, we're gonna kind of build a little bit off what we were doing the other night, okay? You're gonna do your triangle setup. All right.
On the ground.
Yep. So we're gonna do this one from Spider Guard, okay? So I'm gonna start in close, double cuff grips, okay? I'm gonna go inside his arms, okay? So here, here. His hands are on the outside, my elbows are closed, okay? Now I'm gonna lift my hips up, they're not on the mat. Up, scoot out to the side, foot in the bicep, okay? I'm hiding his arm underneath my leg. That keeps him from just pushing my knee down, okay? Which is gonna make this hard for me to begin with, okay? So I'm here, I'm in Spider Guard here. I can adjust and move him, okay? I'm gonna sell it like I'm sweeping him, okay? When he defends, that's when I'm gonna go for my triangle. All right, so when I'm ready to sweep, start to push, drop the leg, he bases out, he doesn't go. Left foot, back to his hip. I'm immediately gonna pull and stand on his bicep. Here, okay? So he's carrying my weight. Now my right leg goes over the top, clamp, lock, there's my triangle. All right. So, knees on the inside. Hip up. I'm going to hip out to the side. Foot in the bicep. Okay, I can adjust. Drop like I'm going to sweep. He doesn't go. Foot back to the hip. I need this elbow to be inside my thigh when I lift my hips. So I'm going to square up, stand on his bicep, clamp on his neck, lock my leg, grab my shin, underhook, and finish. Okay. Any questions on that for most of you?
You want to go for the? You always want to go for that arm,
What do you mean
like right as you're finishing it, and you underhook.
I like to hook, yeah. I'm really trending that way. It takes all of the stack defenses out of play if you can get there.
Okay.
Did you notice I don't really spend a lot of time moving the arm I have trapped?
Yeah.
You can, but I find a lot of people make mistakes by letting them get posture when they're trying to move that arm. Okay.
Arm compared to leg?
No, leg is fine too. Arm is just probably easier to get for most people. You can certainly use the leg. If he stays kind of on his knees, it's going to be difficult for me. Okay. His arm's going to be there if he's low. Okay. If he tries to post that leg up, then absolutely I'll hook his leg. Does everybody understand what he's saying? Okay. So, knees on the inside, shift, Spider Guard, try the sweep, right? I don't even care if he puts his knee up. I'm gonna put my foot back to his hip, drop it over his shoulder, okay? My toes are not pointed like this. I don't want him to posture. See? That can't happen. Come back. Posture. Okay? Using my hamstring. He's not getting out. Yeah, I get it. Okay? So, toes pulled back, activate your hamstring. He won't be able to just pick his head up out of that. Okay? If I point my toes like kind of ballerina style, my hamstring's not engaged. He's just going to open my leg up. Does everybody understand? Any questions on what we're doing? All right, so Daniel asked about what happens if they go into combat base or something like that, which is fine. I'll answer both questions first.
Combat base.
Yes. So if this knee's up, Daniel, and I'm in this spot, one, he's super susceptible to being swept.
Yeah.
Right? So I could easily still do this here. Okay? It's when he puts the other leg up that it's gonna make it hard for me to sweep that way. You see how I'm gonna have a hard time getting my leg where I want and also messing with his base. So when I'm here, I'm in this spot, I'm gonna hook the inside of his shin and square up. Okay, see how my knee's pointing over here? So now I'm in this spot here. My right leg's gonna go over here, and I'm gonna switch to my right hip. Okay? So it's gonna allow me to pick up that leg at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay? And pull him in. Hold his head, go to the hip, cut my angle, finish. Does that make sense? So we're gonna take in two directions, and when his leg drops, his posture's gonna drop. I can shoot the try.
When you pull them in, you're not anywhere near locking it in, then you grab
No,
it.
I get 0 first. 0 is gonna be the ankles crossed, pull him in. Control his posture first. Don't try to finish it immediately, okay? So I'm here, I'm in this spot. That sweep is really not gonna be available, or it's gonna be more difficult. So I'm in here with pressure, hook his ankle, and then I'm gonna switch out. I'm gonna get onto my right hip, extend my right leg, and I'm gonna pick up his ankle. Okay? And then I pull him in. Sorry. Cracked his nose. Underhook his arm, foot to the hip, cut my angle. Sorry.
Yep, that was tight.
Okay, does that make sense?
And that's, you can still get that foot in, even these are super deep on that combat base.
Yeah, because I can,
Super tight.
I'm just gonna open my knee.
Okay.
And this is gonna hook, active hook, so my toe's not pointed down, it's gonna be active. I push out and get to my right hip. So I extend in one side of my right hip, it's gonna pick up, just like we use it for single leg X or whatever, when we set up that position, shin on shin, it's the same thing. This is a shin on shin spider setup. Okay, anybody need to see it one more time? So this is fine, so I'm in this spot. It's gonna be hard for me to sweep this way, easier to sweep to the right. So maybe he's not giving me that option. I hook, okay? Just hook my ankle here. I'm gonna go out this way.
How did you get your right leg out again?
Slide it
Just let off his bicep?
As his shin comes down. Here, so I'm hooking. Here, see how it's picking it up?
Oh, I see. Then you shoot. Oh, I see. Okay.
Pull him down, sorry.
Okay.
Does that make sense? All right, finish out on that. 1, 2, 3.